What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing another hair tutorial. I was able to hook up one of my clients for his wedding, so that was just an awesome experience to do. It's always an amazing feeling for people to put, very crucial moments and times in your hands as far as their appearance. So being able to do that was just an awesome experience. So with that, we're going to be doing a slick back type haircut with a drop fade on the side, some beard work, and just going over some different techniques in this video. So hopefully you learned something, hopefully you gained some more knowledge on how to do this type of haircut. Once again, like I said, I'm very thankful to my client for allowing me to be able to do this for him. So congratulations to that client on marriage, and I wish nothing but happiness and prosperity in your marriage. But other than that, stay tuned, stay locked in. We got a 245 power mat giveaway that we're going to be doing. So once we get to 2K, I will be giving away a power mat to a lucky winner. Right now we're at 1563 last time I checked. So just stay locked in. I won't waste any more time. Let's get straight to the video.
Look, I just flipped the switch.
What's good, everybody? We're gonna jump right into this hair tutorial today. So right now we got the water spray and we're just combing the hair backwards the way it's gonna lay for our the way it's gonna be styled, and we're just saturating the hair, making sure that we get every bit of his hair saturated on top before we do the shear work. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split the hair right down the middle, and we're gonna kind of knock out some block graduation and knock out some of that top hair at the same time. So I'm kind of like knocking two birds out with one stone. And what we're gonna do, the reason why we're cutting it this way is so that way any way that the hair falls or lays, if it's wet or dry, it won't overhang. So that's the goal of doing what we're doing right now, is so that we don't have any overhang. So we're gonna go ahead and do that to both sides. And once we get done doing this bit of the shear work, we're gonna go ahead and bridge both the sections together at the top and cut out any peaks that are sticking out towards the middle of the scalp, and that's just going to give us an even cut. And so as you can see here, we're just taking care of all the shear work before we get to the clipper work. That way we know exactly what we're fading into. And like I said, we're going to bridge both sections into one down center, and just make sure we knock out any bit of those peaks right down the middle. Now this haircut, this was a fun haircut to do. I love doing beard work. I love trying to challenge myself with shear work. So this is just, one of those haircuts that just encompasses all. And I really wanted to give him the best possible product I could, because he was getting married the very next day. So, that was just, I don't want to say pressure, but more motivation to give him the best possible service I could. I mean, I try to give every client the best service, but being that his wedding was the next day, that was a lot of motivation to get him looking fresh. But as you could see, I was blow drying his hair. I was styling it towards the back so we can lay his hair down the way it's going to be styled at the end of the haircut. That way we know exactly what we're fading into, how it's going to look when we fade into it. So we did our first bald line with our clipper closed. We have the babbleless on there. They are zero gap, blade closed. And then after we do that, we open the lever halfway. We opened the lever all the way and made our first panel of hair. And then we're just going to do a little bit of lever play and knock out that line. So as you can see here, we're just etching away at that line and getting that panel of hair faded out. Now the reason why I left the bottom portion is for the fact that I didn't want to get to that area of his hair until I did the beard work, so we could take that mask off then. But right here, you just want to make sure that you're taking smooth strokes, using the corner of your blade to knock out any dark portions to get that panel of hair knocked out. And after we do that, we're going to follow it up with the half guard, which is the next guard up, and we're going to have our lever open and create another panel of hair. So basically, we're just going to be following that same order. You're going to start with no guard, lever open, and then no guard, lever closed, and then your half guard, lever open, then half guard, lever closed, and then you work your way up the guard system.
I couldn't hear what you said.
Sorry about that, Siri's over here interrupting. But So as you can see here, the fade's coming out nice and smooth. We got the lever plate going right now. I got that half guard on there. And I want to say that, you know, I'm really enjoying these barberless clippers. I've always been one that wasn't for the hype of clippers and stuff like that, like I said in my review of the Gammas. But these clippers, you know, I'm really enjoying how easy they blend, how easy they fade. And I just enjoy, you know, the product that they come out with. But back to the haircut. Next guard we're going to be getting up to is going to be our one guard. And that's going to be lever open. So I hope that this guard guide is helping you out and following along with the tutorial. If it is helping out, let me know down in the comment section what you think. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button. Let's get more exposure for this channel. But back to the haircut, we got that one guard lever play, and we're just knocking out whatever dark spots we see. And as you can see here, I am adjusting that lever with little bits of areas that I see, because one thing about hair, or one thing about people's heads in general, is that it's never asymmetrical. Everybody's head, you know, is different. Everybody's head may have dips, or it may have areas that of hair that are less dense or more dense, you know. So you got to pay attention to those things and make sure that you're adjusting your lever accordingly. Make sure you're using your blade, like for the corner of your blade or the whole blade accordingly. So you just got to learn how your clippers work. Make sure you're experimenting and just getting the reps in. So now we had that 1.5 guard open, and then we're reverting to the 1.5 guard lever play, and we're just knocking out these dark areas around the ridge. And we're just gonna start blending our fade on the side into our top hair on the top of the scalp. And as you can see here, get the two guard open, and we're just flicking out. And the reason why we're flicking out and not digging into the hair is because this is where we want our connection to be, right here with the top hair that we did the shear work and the fade. This is where we want our connection to have a nice transition. And you can see here I reverted back to that one guard. Reason being is I still seen a little bit of dark spots there that needed to be knocked out. So I wanted to make sure that, you know, we get those out and we just keep the haircut consistent. Make sure that we have a lot of flow with the haircut. Now, as you can see, we're doing clipper over comb, and because his hair is styled in direction towards the back, that's the way I'm going to be doing my clipper over comb, because we want to make sure that the haircut is flowing in the direction that it's going to be styled. So right here, I'm just doing a little bit more clipper over comb. Any darker areas or longer areas that I see, I'm knocking that out and making sure that it's all faded in and blended together. Now you can see here the haircut is already coming together. Now all we have to do is knock out that bottom portion down at the bottom of the nape and around the ear. So we're just using our Slimline Pro LIs and just knocking that portion of the haircut out, and just tying this whole thing together. Now I only did film one side of the haircut, and because for the reason being is there's been something wrong with the time-lapse function, but I time-lapsed the other side, and the file got corrupted somehow. But this just one side, you can get the general idea of how this haircut is going to flow, how it's going to be attacked and taken care of. So I have the Andis Profile shaver now, and I'm just making my bald, the baldness at the very bottom completely baby skin smooth. So you want to make sure that you're taking the time to add that to, you know, your services, because adding the shaver, it just gives you more gradiency in your fade, and you can see that transition much more. Now we're attacking that beard work, and the same steps that you fade up is going to be the way that you're fading down on the beard, and transitioning that area and making sure that you get a smooth blend on the beard. Some people, you know, they may like it pointed at the top near the ear, and some people may like it faded. So that all depends on your client and their preference. So just make sure that you're asking those questions during your client consultation. The client consultation, in my opinion, is the most crucial part of the haircut. That right there determines so much. You know, you want to make sure that your client has a picture of what kind of haircut they want, or, you know, if it's a new client, you want to make sure that you're taking the time to look at their hair, look at their head, and see how you're going to attack that haircut. So communication is always key, so make sure that you're communicating with your clients what they want, and try to see if they have a picture of what they want. So pictures always help. I always ask new clients to try to show me a picture of what they're trying to get. So right here we're attacking that edge up, and the very first cut I made was on the side near the vertical bar, and then I made a cut in the middle, and then we bridged both those together. So you want to make sure that you're staying consistent with your system, whatever your system may be. Find a system and stick to it. That is a major key in maintaining consistency. Now right here we're edging up that vertical bar and getting that nice and crispy. And as you can see here, these Andes Slimline Pro LIs are like my favorite trimmer. But right now we're applying that 245 shave gel, and honestly, in my opinion, this is the best shave gel out there. It's not too thick, it's not like gooey, it's not too jelly, it spreads evenly, and it's very comfortable. It's a very comfortable shave for the clients. So I'm just spreading that shave gel around and making sure that we get that knocked out. Now I put the shave gel on there first before I attack the bottom of the beard. That way we give the shave gel a little bit of time to saturate that skin and moisten it up, so that way we have an even smoother shave. Now that's the purpose for that. So you want to make sure that you're finding reference points when you're edging up any portion, whether it be the head, the vertical bar, the beard, the bottom. So my reference point on the bottom was just his jawline, and you want to make sure that you have your client looking straight whenever you do the edge up on both sides, because if you have your client tilted one direction when you're edging it up and then another direction when you're edging up the other side, you can get some inconsistencies. But as you can see here, we got that hair just coming off nice and smooth, edging up that beard, making it super crispy. I'm not adding any color enhancement or none of that to this haircut. This is just a strictly natural haircut, and it is coming out just the way I envisioned it in my head, and I'm just very satisfied. But we are using that 245 triple cartridge razor. This has 3 different cartridges that you could interchange, from like a super exposed to a not so exposed. So I suggest that you go and get you one of these razor cartridges. The super exposed one just really helps out, and you've seen the blade and seeing what you're edging up. But as you can see here, haircut's coming out nice and blurry, nice and crispy, beard is crispy. And now I'm using that Suavecito matte pomade, and I like this matte pomade because it's not too greasy. It doesn't make the hair shiny. It gives it a matte finish, so it's a more natural looking finish to the haircut, and that's more so of my style. And after I apply the matte pomade, you want to make sure that you're rubbing that product in your hands thoroughly and getting emulsified before you apply it. And then after I do that, I have a wide tooth comb that I'm using, and I'm blow drying the hair and just styling it, and making sure that we have this hair styled the way it's going to be styled on a daily basis. And when I do this, I am educating my client on how to style his hair, what product I'm using, and I'm keeping my client informed about what I'm doing to his hair. That way later on down the line, he could do the same thing to his hair, or he could buy the same product. So you want to make sure that you're doing that for your client. But that's the haircut. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something. If you did, drop a comment down below. Like this video. It helps us get more exposure on YouTube. Helps the algorithm for the channel. But if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you for watching this video. Until next time, peace.